can't wait to rock out with this guy at a couple concerts that we're gonna go to. My 805 friend, make some noise for Ezra Paco.
Little Beastie Boys, since dude looks like Rick Rubin, there's a riff. Holy fuck! I gotta go on after Gail. That's like being Oasis and going after Metallica. Like, man, like she fucking like killed it, and like I gotta like be Oasis, and holy shit. I was watching a funny ass clip earlier today of people throwing shit at Oasis on the stage. And it was just, I had to laugh my ass off because those guys think they're the Beatles, and they're not even like the Beatles' toenails, let alone like, I don't even care. They're like, you throw one more thing, you bloke, and we're gonna quit the show. I will say that, what kind of person pays like whatever X amount of dollars to go to a show and to like fuck with the people? Like, if you're that kind of person, like, that pays that much to go to a concert just to fuck with the band, you can take all of the offs and just like fuck them, because that is not cool at all. Oh, fun fact I'll throw in since everyone's talking about Golden Girls. Dorothy, she was actually the one that played the oldest one. She was actually the youngest one. So you never know. I think that's pretty cool. I guess I'm my own Golden Girl because I was on the phone with my credit card company today, and they say ma'am. And to me, I sound like a woman on the phone, I guess. I know I'm effeminate, and like my wife wears the pants in the relationship because I wear shorts, but I guess I sound like a woman, and I'm okay sounding like a woman because in COVID times, I may have to open up a sex line. I can be like, push Z to talk to two hot Ezras, because I'm gonna need to find something to make some money. And when I was younger, my grandma would call. And she'd be like, Mary! And I would just fuck with my grandma, and I'd be like, oh, all I have to do is say things like my mom did, because my mom has this really dismissive, like, huh, oh, she's not really listening, because my mom has the attention span of, like, an egg timer, like a broken one. So she goes, like, 3 minutes, and after that, you can't get anything out of her attention-wise. And I would just do that to my grandma. I'd be like, huh, are you coming out this weekend? Oh, you're not your mother. I'm like, okay. So I think I put my grandma in a home fucking with her on the phone. But now you can't do that to people anymore because you don't call people anymore. Man, I will say, like, I'm in a weird age bracket too. I'm probably touching a sensitive line here, but when you're in your mid to late 30s, everybody sucks. When you're young, you're like, man, old people suck. And when you're like older, you're like, young people suck. But when you're 30s, fucking everybody sucks. You're like, man, these young kids just don't get it. They're dumb as shit with their TikToks and their iPhones and their music. So follow me on TikTok, by the way, at Ezra Paco. And then when you're in your late 30s, like, man, old people must, like, you just say old people suck, but like, old people don't suck, because Gail just totally killed it, and like, now I gotta follow that still. I'm like, oh man, like, I hope I'm like 0.5% as cool as Gail is when I hit her age, because the way I'm going right now, I'm not very cool now, let alone like when I'm that point, because I'm not very cool. I don't know, maybe I'm not very nice, because when I drive around, all I do is think about the things people do that piss me off. I think that if you drive a hybrid, it must come with an instruction booklet how to be a fuckhead. But then again, you don't read it, because if you're driving a hybrid and you're like that pretentious, like, oh, I don't want the paper because I don't want to have a carbon footprint reading the paper. But it must come with a license to be a dick to people, because you cut people off and then you drive slow. I'm super tired of people that have hybrids and just do that to people. I'm like, really? Like, they must sell it. Well, we'll sell you the car, but if you buy now, we'll throw in a certificate of entitlement so you can drive around and fuck with everybody too, because they fucking get away with it. These hybrid driving people. Hybrid. You do? Let's. I'll go up there to Carmichael and we'll go change the game. You and I will go around and I'll be like, Gail is changing the game for hybrid drivers. So everybody that sucks, she has to do double duty and be really nice. We're gonna have to drive around and give meals to people and like I'll have to like blow people in the back seat or something just to be like, hey, look at, see, here's one cool person in a hybrid doing good things, because I get cut off by them all the time in town. But I think it's just people in our town, they have roundabouts, and people do not know how to use roundabouts in this city at all. They're just like, oh, what do I do? And like, they've been in like town 15 years, and they still just drive into people. People in my town have lost their mind. My neighbors, the cops were here till like 4 in the morning. They full on had the like ghetto birds circling right across the street from my. I shouldn't even say that this loud, but a dude had a gun, and they were like, "Come out with your hands up," and yelling. And of all the things I'm thinking, I'm like, this is so exciting. I might know somebody that committed a really cool crime. he does want to kiss me, and I'm okay with that, because he's the shit I put my friends through. Like, they deserve whatever I give them, because like I put my friends through some shit, and from my mom and all the people that love me, even you guys, I put everybody through a bunch of shit. I even put that credit card company through some shit. And on the phone, they always say at the end of the phone call, "It was a pleasure to help you." I'm like, was it really a pleasure hearing me being a dick to you for about 10 minutes on that phone call? Like, it was a pleasure me ripping into you, saying, you know what, you're cool, but the company you work for sucks dick. Like, so I don't know if it really was a pleasure helping me out or not. But I don't know what pleasure is anymore, because I did something as simple as cut my toenails last night. And I'm afraid of 10 years from now how hard it's going to be to cut my toenails, because it was hard to cut them last night. And I'm just like, just like seeing dots and everything.
I cut my toenails, why can't you?
Oh, I can, but it's hard because I got this panza right here, like, that gets in the way, and I'm like, and I have these, like, caveman-ass toes, too. There's, like, a second toenail, and I'm like, I don't even know exactly, like, what I'm supposed to be doing. That almost got real. We could have had, like, a really crazy video there.
Makes a hell of a drug.
Made a hell of a drug. Shit. Man, we were, we both work in restaurants, and one of the funny things that I keep seeing happen at tables is the way people order. One kid, or one couple, the guy's like, "Oh, I'll have mac and cheese," and the wife's like, "He'll have a salad." And I'm thinking like, whoa, that dude's balls are perforated. Like, she's ready to rip those off any day. These women who you make your mind up for your people, or if you make the mind up for the people you're going dining with, like, that's just a sad existence. Like, well, she will have, I know it's supposed to be chivalry to order for the woman, but I'm like, hey, she can order, or like, let the guy have a mac and cheese. Like, if that's how you are, you're that kind of woman that cock blocks if you like mac blocked your man from getting a mac and cheese because you're making him get a salad, you know what, that's the only joy he's getting out of life, because he still has to go home with your bitchy ass, like, after this, and put up with you. Where else are you cock blocking him? Like, I'll sleep in the bed, he'll sleep on the couch. Like, those kind of people suck. And I just get like annoyed with the way people are. I'm trying to. Even TV's annoying me. There's a commercial Volvo had. I shouldn't talk shit about Volvo in case maybe they sponsor me one day. But they're like, for any of your trips, gas when you need it, electric when you want it. And they drive into the middle of nowhere and just start petting some people's horses randomly. Like, I mean, I'm glad you talked about farting there, because you know what? I'm right about that point in my life. I tried to hold a fart and I couldn't because I was trying to be nice about it. I'm right at that age where, like, I have to be careful. If I want to do this on purpose, this could come with a price. This could come with way more than I could ask for. Or if I'm, like, trying to, like, reach a toenail that I dropped, or I accidentally fart, I'm like, how do you apologize for that? I'm like, I'm sorry, because it's still going to smell really bad. And yes, I'm talking about farts, and I've heard that fart jokes are like the lowest hanging fruit in comedy. I love low hanging fruit because I'm fucking hungry. I need to eat. I don't care how low the fruit is. I just need to eat. I don't care if it's a bad joke or like a dirty joke, or because I need to eat, and I don't care what it is. Because you can't, you can call a joke the way you like. Oh, that's my joke. That's her joke. That's his joke. People try to call things in the music world too, and I'm going there with I used to DJ at the Rhino at a strip club, and it was funny because strippers would be like, oh, she's dancing to Cyclone. Like, that's my song. That's mine. And they're like, you're trying to call a song. People do that shit in karaoke too. Like, she can't sing "Break the Chain" because that's my song. I sing it. I sing Sheryl Crow. You can have Mariah Carey and suck at it. So these people try to call a song like that's my song. Like, I don't know if there's like karaoke gods or a karaoke court or a stripper court out there that's like, hey, we need to make sure that you're dancing to the songs that you call. You know, she already called Dale Don Dale. So if we see you dancing to it, like you're arrested. You're gonna be done. Well, you know, I've kind of had my fun here. You guys are super cool. Gail, thank you for letting me follow you. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Gail, you're fucking awesome. All you guys are super cool. Time to play myself out.
I'll be right there. Bye, everybody.
Thank you guys. I love you guys. Gail, you're awesome. I love all you guys. Thank you again.